Hi, hello. My name is Najwa. My ID matrix is TL24019. Today, we will talk about project management. There are 5 phases that need to follow. Firstly is the first initiation, second planning, third execution, fourth monitoring and controlling, fifth closure. Each of these have different pros and cons, and also have the way we need to analyze it. We can see from the figure, it shows that how we can illustrate the phase from the initiation until the closing or closure. What is project? Project is a temporary endeavor undertaken to create a unique product, service, or result. It is feature a defined scope, explicit schedule baseline, and custom budgeting. There are strategic project alignment metrics and the core characteristic. There is triangle of the baseline for project management. Firstly, we have scope, cost, and time. Initiation. Initiation is a phase of a project life cycle where the project feasibility and value are assessed before any detailing planning or execution planning begin. It is to determine the high level feasibility, identify strategic goals, and assign a project manager. From A to C, we need to follow the guideline. Next, step 2, feasibility study and business case. There are few calculations that can be used to identify the ROI, payback period, MPV, and moreover. Step 3, stakeholder map and power grid. So the power grid or the stakeholder map show that how does the impact for the project in high interest or low interest or low influence and high influence. In project management for the initiation, we can also find the project charter blueprint, and also there is a preliminary scope boundary that we need to follow from the 1 until 5. Second phase, planning. Step 1, work breakdown structure, or known as WBS. It is a visual, hierarchical, and deliverable-oriented tools that breaks a project down into manageable components. Basically, for the WBS, we can split each of component, and the component must have the sub-component. Step 2, timeline and scheduling. A Gantt chart is a visual project management tool that maps tasks along horizontal timeline. In a Gantt chart, we need to follow from the week 1 until week 15 or week that we're supposed to finish our project. The plan and actual is a key. Is step 3, resources, allocation, and strategy. We need to split a budget based on 3 quadrants. First is divide the team. Second, the project management support, and Q&A testing. In the planning phase, we can see the risk management heat map that has 3 different colors, from the high severity in red, medium risk in yellow, and low impact in green. Budget baseline cost S-curve can be obtained when a cost data is combined with the schedule data and resources utilization. Third phase is execution. Step 1, team mobilization. The execution is where plan become redelivered. This phase focuses on coordinating key specialists, removing roadblocks, and managing project communication. There are 3 components that we need to follow. First, assign core personnel. Second, configure David sandbox. And 3, facilitate team kickoff. Step 2, deliverable creation and sprints. From the WBS, we can focus on the needed from the project management. there are 3 things. Firstly, the sprint planning and task breakdown, execution and plan daily deliver, and review, refine and close. Step 3, execution communication strategy. A clear communication plannings keep the entire organization aligned. In that sense, a report can ensure the sponsors stay informed and technical hurdles are resolved quickly. A daily stand-up is a quick daily check to unblock team tasks. A status reports, we need to weekly progress updates for key sponsor. Daring review is a monthly strategic milestone to check in. Basically, in execution, we need to know how to manage the change request. From time to time, there must be a request or a changing that need to be done for create a better product or better project. A quality assurance benchmark is also important because we can know and identify the benefits of quality in project management, such as it maybe can reduce defect and error, or maybe it can stronger the risk management. Fourth phase, monitoring and controlling. Step 1, performance tracking. In a monitoring and controlling, it is run alongside with execution. So this phase is measure actual progress against baseline to identify deviation early and take corrective action. In monitoring, we can act of observing, collecting data, track current status, timeline progress, and budget burn. While in controlling, we can act of taking action in monitoring review or deviation or issue, and applying corrective or preventive the measure. Step 2, earn value analysis, EVA. EVA is a compare actual spending against physical progress. It's giving the team highly accurate metrics like cost variance, schedule variance to spot the trend of the project management. And value is a budget cost for the need work schedule. Actual cost is the total expense and recorded to accomplish the work. And the earned value is actual value for work to complete. Step 3, change control board approval. The formal group of key stakeholders responsible for reviewing, evaluating, and approving or rejecting and deferring proposed change to a project. They need to identify and acknowledge 4 terms. The first one is scope change, second schedule alteration, third cost variation, and fourth quality or risk adjustment. In the quality control or QC, the product-oriented process designed to detect, track, and correct the defects in project delivery. So they need to ensure the final output meets the predetermined requirement and fixed to intended purpose. As we learn, the execution is a work performance data where we collect the data based on the performance of the work, while the monitoring and controlling, we analyze the data that we obtain from the execution part. Last phase is closure. First step, handover. This stage focus on completing deliverable, releasing project teams, achieving records, and capturing lesson learned. A clear documentation and training ensure long-term operational success. So a system handback manuals, staff training sprint, and signed handover log is essential. Step 2, administrative closeout. The main key of administrative closeout is deliverable verification, document and data achieving, lesson learned, resources release, knowledge handover. Step 3, lesson learned and retro. There are 4 main first is success, failure, unplanned, and planned. We can capture the project from this retro. By releasing project teams, we can collect team performance feedback logs, complete formal team release, and reassign staff to target department. A project closeout checklist need to do for each of the workers. In a conclusion, the 5 phase is necessary for the project management life cycle because the phases are purely sequential. Planning continuously adapt by the initiation to closing, and the monitoring and execution can be overlapped. From the graph, we can see that how each phase play the important role for the project management life cycle. The phase diagnostic metric is show that initiation, planning, execution, monitoring, and closing have a several key from the resources intensity, primary stakeholder involvement, the key risk profile, primary artifact, and estimated duration ratio. This is my reference to help me do the slides. That is all for me. Thank you.